Hey, hey, girlfriends. I know it does not feel like fall where I'm at, but it's around the corner. It's almost fall, y'all. I had my first pumpkin spice the other day. That was so exciting. Marcy Dixon, I am here to share a little fall-inspired makeup look with you girls. Let me know where you're from if you want. You can hop on and say hello. This side of my face is all done. I've already got a look complete. I did it on Facebook. But I'm going to review while everybody's hopping on what I've done before we got here. Okay, so I always prep my face right here with the Saint Cream moisturizer. Okay, so here's your Saint Cream moisturizer. I always put that on like 10 or 15 minutes before I ever do my makeup, sometimes first thing in the morning after I've done my skincare. Hello. And then fall next week here in Quebec. Oh my gosh, I bet, right? Hi, South Australia. Hello. Hey there. Oh my gosh, from Sydney. That's awesome. I'm glad you like all my tutorials, Erin. Thank you. I can kind of read you guys, kinda. You can't hear me? Okay, go ahead and get out and come back in and hopefully you can hear me, okay? Sometimes it's just some internet, right? Okay. So if you're having problems with like the picture or hearing me or something, go ahead and exit out and come back in and hopefully that will do the trick, okay? All right, so I put Saint Cream on and then I put BB cream on, which is sunscreen. It's got, it evens out your skin tone, okay, and it has SPF in it. So if you want information for the BB cream, you're just gonna comment BB cream. And then sometimes you could just wear it by itself and just add some lip gloss, but I like to do our 3D foundation on top of it, but you don't have to use very much, okay? Okay, oh yay, I'm glad it worked. I'm usually not the tech person, so you usually would not ask me questions on technology, but I have learned that much at least, okay? I did my brows with the color of my contour, so I'm gonna go ahead and do our 3D foundation, then I'm gonna swatch the lip and cheek colors, and then I'm gonna do this eyeshadow look, okay? And if you want information on how to get your own custom palette that's matched to your skin color, you're going to just comment match, and then I send you a link and I give you complimentary suggestions. No pressure, just do what works for you. Okay, all right, so we're going to start with color number 1, which is your darkest color on your palette. We're not going to use a name. This way at least we know that this is your darkest color. It's your contour color number 1. Okay, and you're going to put it 3 places, keeping it really simple. You're going to put it on your forehead, then you're going to put it on your cheekbone. So your cheekbone is like the top of your ear here. It's going to be right there. And you can just put your finger there and then just kind of swipe on your cheekbone. So we don't have to have a really definite line. This doesn't have to be real major, but it's giving you dimension and depth. Notice, I should have pointed out when I first started the difference in the depth and the shadows from this side of my face to this side. Now don't go too far down because then it's going to draw your face down. And all of this is about creating illusions and using different products to create different balance in your face and bring light to different areas and shadows and dimension to your face, okay? So that's color number 1. You're done, boom. Color number 2 is gonna be your lightest color, okay? So I'm gonna flip this brush over. Now, when you get this brush, if you get this is the shape brush, and yours is not gonna look like this. This is a special edition for artists. Yours is gonna have let me see if I have one in my drawer. It's gonna look similar to this. It might have a silver handle or a rose gold handle and gonna have more white brush bristles, okay? All right, so now I'm gonna just swipe in with my color number 2, which is your lightest color. And what I do is I just kind of like to put a little bit. That might be a little too much, so we can just blend it out and use it in other areas. And then put it on the middle of your forehead, down your nose, Cupid's bow, and chin. So we're creating some brightness in the center of your face. It's like right here. Okay, see if that still gives me hearts. Oh, it does. I love that when that does that. Sorry. It's like I'm a little kid. All right, then the last color you're gonna use is color number 3, which is a medium color. So far we used our darkest, then our lightest, and then now it's our medium color. So I'm gonna use the smaller end of the brush again, and I'm gonna connect these two with not too light of a color and make that work, okay? Now I'm gonna use this end of the brush, swirl into color number 3 again, that medium color, and just kind of even out my skin tone. This is where, since you use the BB cream, you probably don't have to use very much of this product, okay? So you're gonna comment BB cream if you want if you want BB cream. If you want a match and you wanna get a palette, you're gonna just comment match, okay? All right, so the other thing I did is I did actually have, this is my little like eye eraser, takes care of dark circles, age spots, all this stuff. So this is our Saint lip balm. And then this is Y01 and 03. So this is a demi color corrector. And I always use the spot brush with that. So that's how I kind of get rid of darker circles around my eyes. If I have really dark age spots. So like I could use this. This doesn't bother me as much. It's gotten lots lighter, but this is a dark grouping of age spots that I had. And so you just kind of erase it with, not erase it, it's, you know, but it's like magical. You just tap inside, stay inside the circle. Do that after you've applied your 3D foundation, because you might find that it's not such a distraction. You might not even need to use that. Okay. So again, you're just going to comment match if you want a color match, or you're going to comment BB cream if you want the link for the BB cream. Okay. So last thing we need to do is a lip and cheek, and then we'll do eyes. All right. So we have, I'm going to share some fall colors. This is Royal. I'm going to just swatch it on my hand. And it looks really scary in the tin. It looks very dark, but it's a gloss and it's beautiful on. And then this is, this top inspired me to go to fall colors. And this is Black Cherry. And again, this is like one of my favorite colors. I love mixing Black Cherry with all kinds of other pinks. It's so much fun. It does not have to be limited to fall, but these are just kind of giving me those fall vibes, okay? Then we have Ever Red. And again, this is a gloss. So they look scary, scary, scary in the tin. And then, it's there. Okay, and you know what? Let me answer this question really quick because we can take a quick break. Sorry, I'm new. Where do you get? So I sell the palettes, actually. I don't ship them out. We have a warehouse. This is Saint Makeup. It's a 3D cream foundation. It's amazing for any skin type. Oh, my oven's ready for my frozen pizza tonight. And so you would just get a color match from me. So comment match. I'm going to suggest your colors so that you have the right colors for you. It's not a one size fits all, but that service of color matching is free. And then once you go ahead and purchase the 4 colors for your foundation, it's 3 for your foundation and a lip and cheek like this. You just need to get 1 brush, and then you get a palette credit, and you get the palette, get $10 off the palette when you choose 4 colors or more. And if the more 10s you get, the more credit you get off of your palette. So pretty cool. Is Ever Red blue undertones? Definitely. Hi, Miss Terry. Yes, Ever Red has a lot of blue undertones. So that's Ever Red. So very blue. And Black Cherry has more blue undertones too. Royal is a little bit on the warmer side. Then there's Sangria. Now Sangria is dark on, but it's really pretty. I like to do Sangria. And this is like, it's not real, I don't know. It's kind of harder. Sometimes our tins get hard, so it needs to probably be melted down. But that's Sangria. And Sangria, again, has a bluey pink to it. But I would put like, I'm going to put Sangria here again. And then I'm going to put Royal over top of it. So I love, see, and that's a pretty color together. All right. I love mixing colors together. And so I've been drinking some water, bubble water. So my lip color hasn't stayed on real well, but I kind of wanted to, and I didn't share this. I wanted to mix Royal and Hollywood together. Okay, so here's Hollywood. Hollywood isn't necessarily a fall color. Now, I'll do another night where I do warmer fall colors for your lips and cheeks, okay? But I'm going to put just a little bit of Hollywood on the apple of my cheek here, and then I'm going to take Royal and put it back in the back. And then I'll take Royal and put it over my lips again too. I will say, our lip colors do not last long on the lips, so I am in the search and I am in the hunt, and I'm waiting for an order to come of some lip color that is going to be longer lasting, because that's kind of been one of the things that you ladies have asked for, and so I'm trying to get that for you. Okay, whoop, that's a little too much there, but it'll calm down. And don't forget, less is best when it comes to creams. You can always add more. If you ever get too much, you can just get a wet perfector sponge, like one of those beauty blenders, and then just kind of tap it on your face and you'll get all that excess off. Make sure that you set your makeup with a setting spray or with a powder. So I'm going to use a powder that goes right in the palette. So we try to keep things really simple here with Saint and keep it all at your fingertips, very minimalistic. I mean, you can get really big palettes. There's a lot of fun stuff to get, but it's a great way, and I love traveling with this, okay? All right, so, up close and personal, huh? Beautiful. Thank you, Miss Terry. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is your eyeshadow look. And I did prep my eyelids by taking our Saint Lip Balm and putting it on my lid. And then I put a little bit of my color corrector Demi 03 so that my eyelid hopefully is a little bit more of just one color. And if you needed to, you could go ahead and take, if you feel like you need a powder on your eyelid before you start your eyeshadow look, you can always take that Vanilla Dust setting powder and put it over top of those two products that I just mentioned. Now, I know that might seem like a little excessive, but just think of it as an eye primer. And since I'm 62, I have my eyes, or the skin is loose, they're crepey, the eyeshadows don't blend as well. And so prepping my eyelid, I have found this is really this works really well, okay? So next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take Pomegranate, which is a powder. So everything I've used on my face except for the setting powder has been cream, okay? And we do have a few cream eyeshadows, but most of our eyeshadows are powder, okay? So I'm gonna tap here into Pomegranate, and I'm just gonna do those lines like I've done before, because this seems to be a kind of a foolproof way of creating a really easy eyeshadow look without a lot of work. Okay, so there's color number 1. And then if you want, we do have an eyeshadow like spongy tile thing, and you can just swirl your brush when you're going to change colors when it comes to eyeshadow colors. All right, and then the next color I'm going to use is Dream. So I'm going to just take Dream. I think I put the wrong colors in my Facebook post. I got to go fix that, I think. So there's Dream, and that came out pretty dark. I'm going to go a little bit further in for Dream. See if I can get that brown. Okay, now I'm going to blend it in just a minute, so hang on, hang tight. Then I will go ahead and take Bend and Snap and just keep it on my lower lid because it has a shimmer to it. And I will fill in this space by taking that excess over it. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take Sabrina and put it on the inner corner of my eye here. And kind of blend it up a little bit. That might be a little too much. Okay, so now I'm going to take this brush. So I tend to go back and forth between the eyeshadow brush and the bright brush. I had to think for a second. One of the bright brush is actually a demi brush. It doesn't necessarily say it's an eyeshadow brush, but it works really nice for blending. Okay? And if you need to, if you have excess skin and you need to kind of hold that lid up, you can. I think I got some shimmer up above, but that's okay, I think. I think it'll be all right, okay? Okay, again. I wish I could master that technique. Terry, so has this helped though? Doing the 3 different, maybe switch brushes. This bright, this bright brush works so good. It works, I mean, I've always loved the eyeshadow brush, but I have found the last few years, my eyeshadow looks just haven't come out as well. And I've really discovered by accident that this bright brush is really good for blending. It's just a little bit, it's a little longer as far as the bristles go. And it's just a little lighter and fluffier. So it's kind of good. I don't know. So that might be a good tip. Next time you are going to order, maybe add that to it. Okay. And then I'm going to take Pomegranate. I'm going to use it as an eyeliner. Okay. So I'm going to just tap into here. I'm going to take the etch brush. This is where sometimes the tools are really important. I like to start you off very basic, and you don't need a lot to get started for sure. And I want you to love the makeup and feel confident with the first process, and then you can add, right? But this etch brush has been game changer for me for eyeliner and stuff. I love it. And then I always like to go to that last lash and then kind of like flick up. And if you don't want too major of a line, you just kind of like blend it with the other end of the brush, okay? All right, I'm gonna read your messages. Okay, I have wrinkles, 76, and I always thought powder made wrinkles more noticeable. So it does sometimes, especially if you use like a shimmer on excess skin, it's gonna make it look, or if you use too light of a color, okay? And we do have some cream eyeshadows, so you can do that. But I think that by the way I prepped my eyes, or maybe using a eyeshadow primer, that the powder will be okay. So the rest of my face is cream, and I just use a very finely milled powder to set my cream foundation so it stays for the day, okay? And then I do use powder on my eyes, but I don't use a lot of powder on my face. It's just to kind of like set my cream foundation. Okay. And you can use setting spray too, if that's your question, right? Hey, Diane, how are you, friend? It was so good to talk to you the other day. All right. I'm going to let you girls go. And I will see you. I'll probably post a reel tomorrow. Okay. And then I'll probably do something live on Saturday, and then we'll post a reel on Sunday. Okay. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. I'm going to go put my frozen pizza in the oven because that's how I roll. All right. Cheers. Peace be with you. Bye.